Okay, so hi everybody. So today I'm going to go ahead and go through this. Adding, subtracting, it shouldn't actually say polynomials, it should say rational expressions. But what is going on here? It's not what I wanted to do. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Okay, so rational expressions. Okay, so how do we do this? So in order to add together, these are just adding together fractions. In order to add together fractions, you have to make sure that the denominators are the same. And if you pay attention here, look at this denominator, look at that denominator. Those denominators are the same, so I can just go ahead and add these two together. So in doing so, I'm going to have 7x plus 4 minus 3x plus 4. And this is all over x squared plus 3x plus 2. Now, the reason why it's a plus right here is because you have to take minus 3x minus a negative 4, so that gives you the plus 4. Okay, so we continue on. We have to simplify this. So this is going to be equal then to 7x minus 3x gives you 4x. And then 4 plus 4 gives you plus 8 all over. Now, if you notice, we can actually factor the bottom here. Okay, we can factor that. So what are the factors of 2 that add up to 3? Well, it's 2 and 1. So you can factor this into x plus 2 times x plus 1. And then we should actually look at the top and see if we can factor the top. And if you notice the top, you can factor out a 4. And so you're left with x plus 2. And once again, you have an x plus 2 times x plus 1 on the bottom. And then the x plus 4's cancel. So I'm left with 4 all over x plus 1. And that is my answer. There we are. Okay, next question. So the next question, once again, we have to make sure that the denominators are the same. This has an x, this has an 8, that is an 8x. This has an x and that doesn't. So I'm going to add it on, not add it on, but I'm going to multiply it to both the top and the bottom. And I'm allowed to do that because x divided by x is 1. So this is just multiplying by 1. And so when you do this, you have 5x minus 3 all over 8x, and that's as far as I can go. I can't simplify that or do anything else, so that is my answer. Okay, next question. So these denominators are not the same, so in order to get them to be the same, I'm going to factor everything that I can. Well, if you notice, this is the only thing that I can factor out of all 4 of these. Okay, so in doing so, oops. Okay, so in doing so, I have 5x all over. Now the factors of 10 that add up to 7 are 5 and 2. Okay, so it's going to be 5 and 2. So I'm going to have x plus 5 times x plus 2, and then plus 4 all over x plus 5. Now, I want to make these the same. I want to make this denominator the same as this denominator. So if you notice, this has an x plus 2, this doesn't. So I'm going to multiply by x plus 2 over x plus 2 here. So this is going to be x plus 2 all over x plus 2. So I need to distribute the 4 and distribute the 2. So I have 5x plus 4x plus 8 all over x plus 5 times x plus 2. Okay, continue to move along. So 5x plus 4x gives you 9x plus 8 all over x plus 5 times x plus 2. And that's as simplified as it can get. It can't get any more simplified than that. So that is my answer. The next one, okay, do the same thing, but I'm going to do it to 16 over x squared minus 16. If you notice, this is the only thing that's factorable. This is the difference of two squares. X times x is x squared. 4 times 4 is 16, so that's a perfect square. So this is the difference of two squares. So the difference of two squares factors into its conjugates, x minus 2 times x plus 2. Nope, that's not it. Sorry. So it factors into its conjugates of x minus 4, not 2, x plus 4. Okay, that's what it's going to factor into. So coming down over here, I'm going to have 16 all over x minus 4 times x plus 4 plus 2 all over x plus 4. Okay. Now comparing and contrasting these, this has an x minus 4. That does not have an x minus 4. So I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom by x minus 4 here. Okay, so I'm going to go x minus 4 there. I'm going to go x minus 4 there. So when I do that, I'm going to end up with 16 plus 2x minus 8 all over x minus 4 times x plus 4. Okay, let's simplify. So I'm going to take 16 minus 8. So I have 2x plus 8 all over x minus 4 times x plus 4. Now, if you notice, I can still factor what's up on top here. I can take a 2 out of both of these. So I'm left with 2 times x plus 4 all over x minus 4 times x plus 4. Now they both have an x plus 4 on the top and the bottom, so those cancel. And I'm left with 2 all over x minus 4. And I can't get any more simplified than that. So that is my answer. Okay, and then the last one, perform the following operations on here. So this one is more difficult, but all you gotta do is just keep factoring as much as you can. Okay, so 5 obviously doesn't factor. The bottom 6x minus 18, you can take out a 6. So I'm left with x minus 3. Minus x minus 1 obviously doesn't factor. And then this polynomial right here, I notice that 2 divides into each one of these. So I'm going to factor out a 2 first. Okay, so factor out a 2. I'm left with 2 times 2x squared minus 7x plus 3. Okay, so now where do I go? I have a suspicion that 2x squared minus 7x plus 3 is factorable. I'm guessing that it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way over here, and I'm going to try and factor that. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. So go all the way over here. So I'm just going to look at 2x squared minus 7x plus 3, and that's it. Okay, if you remember how I do this, I take the 2 times the 3 and I get 6. And then I look for factors of 6 that add up to negative 7. Well, that is negative 6 and negative 1. So now that I have these, I'm going to come back and I'm going to rewrite negative 7x, but I'm going to write it as negative 6x minus 1. So I have 2x squared minus 6x minus x plus 3. Okay, now that I have 4 things here, I'm going to factor by grouping. So I put parentheses around the first 2, and then I put parentheses around the second 2. Now I'm going to make it, I need to be careful when I put parentheses around the second 2 because of the negative there. So as soon as I do that, I need to switch that plus to a minus. Okay, now factor out what I can out of both of them. If you notice, you can take a 2x out of this. So I'm left with x minus 3, and then minus, well, x minus 3. So they both have an x minus 3, so I'm going to factor that out of both of them. And you're left with x minus 3 times 2x minus 1. So that's what it is factored. Okay, if I'm going to factor 2x squared plus 7x plus 3, that's what it is factored. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and plug it in now. So this thing turns into this is equal to 5 all over 6 times x minus 3 minus x minus 1 all over 2 times that thing factored, which was x minus 3 times 2x minus 1. Okay, just taking this factor right here and plugging it right there. Okay, so now let's take a look. I need the least common denominator between 6 times x minus 3 and 2 times x minus 3 times 2x minus 1. So you notice they both have an x minus 3. That's the easy one. Okay, this also is 2, and I need to turn it into a 6. So I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom here by 3. So I'm going to take it times 3 and take it times 3 there. Okay, because now I have 2 times 3 is going to give me 6, which is the same thing that I have over here. And now the only thing that's missing is this is a 2x minus 1. This one doesn't. So I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom by 2x minus 1 here. So I'm going to take this times 2x minus 1 and then times 2x minus 1. Sorry for the squeezed in notation here. Okay, so let's go ahead and clean this up. And what am I left with? So I'm left with 5 times 2x minus 1 minus 3 times x minus 1 all over 6 times x minus 3 times 2x minus 1, which is equal to 10x minus 5 minus 3x plus 3, because you have to distribute the negative as well, all over 6 times x minus 3 times 2x minus 1, which is equal to, okay, so I have 10x minus 3x, so I have 7x, and then negative 5 plus 3 gives me negative 2, all over 6 times x minus 3 times 2x minus 1. And now if you notice, there's nothing more that I can factor up top here. So this is going to be my answer. Okay, so there we are. Hopefully you guys understood what we did today. If you do have any questions, please let me know. Thanks, everybody. Let me zoom back out so you can see the entire page. There you go. Okay, good luck, everybody. Take care.